Hey guys, Moon here, and I can bet at least one of you, probably more like Chelsea's Moon, another tier list. And yes, I know it's another tier list, and I know not everyone likes tier lists, but I do. Never been doing any in 3 weeks, so yeah, we got plenty of categories here. And you might be able to tell this is another shipping tier list of Sonic characters this time, ranging all the way from OTP to just no. Yeah. I have a lot of feelings about all these ships. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are like, eh. So, why don't we just, get started. The first ship we have here, surprisingly enough, is this one over here. I'm skipping that one right now because I can't really tell. Because all these images have a lot of detail. I'm guessing that beside Knuckles is someone we do know. It looks like kind of like Tails. But the way it's imaged, even though it is Tails, that image of Tails is a little peculiar to me. Just in the way it's placed. This really doesn't look like a shipping image to me. And for things like that. Wait, why's it coming apart? Well, I guess I'll have to put them back together, I guess. I'm putting them in. I don't like this ship. Because honestly, I don't. I really just don't. I don't see the point in it. Or how it works. Oh, might as well get this one out of the way. Son Amy. Specifically, this is Boom Son Amy. I have a few different opinions about all the Son Amy ships, depending on what universe it is in. I'm putting them in, they're fine. And I know a lot of them may be mad at that, but honestly, they don't bother me. Amy's not a creepy stalker like she was in some games. She's not obnoxious. She's fine. It's just, personally, they're not my favorite. And seriously, who is that someone just cuddling with over there? It doesn't look like Sally, it's not Amy, it's not Tails. Well, we'll come back to that one. Next is Sonic and Metal Sonic. I didn't see this one coming. But personally, to me, they don't work. They're rivals. They're not necessarily friends. I mean, if Tails could reprogram Metal Sonic, and Metal Sonic just realized, hey, what I'm doing is evil, I should probably stop. Then maybe they couldn't be friends, but I don't think they're good romantic material. I'm not saying it's completely impossible. With the way things are in the Sonic universe now, I seriously doubt it. Sonic and Tails. Now, this one is a little iffy. If Tails was a girl and Sonic was a boy, and they were closer in age, then maybe. But since they're both boys and Tails is 8, my main issue is that Tails is 8. I don't really care for this ship. If Tails was a girl, or they were just closer in closer in age, then perhaps. But since Tails is 8 and Sonic is 15, no. I have no problem with gay or lesbian. I have no problem with anyone being gay, lesbian, or bi, or trans. That is perfectly fine. That doesn't bother me. My issue is age gaps. This is a pretty big age gap. 7 years. If they were closer in age, or personally if Tails was a girl, and they were closer in age, that would be fine, but no. Except Sonic and Sally. Now, in some universes, this doesn't really work. There isn't a Sally in every universe. So not all universes would be able to do this. But in the universe that they do have a Sally, I love this ship. They're quite amazing. I won't say they're an OTP for me. They're great, definitely. But personally, not my favorite ship of all time, really. Except Sonic and Mephiles? Where did this one come from? Just no. Mephiles is a sort of villain. If Mephiles, and I just can't talk today, if Mephiles became a good guy, turned over a new leaf and proved he was a good guy to everyone, then maybe him and Sonic could be friends, but I just don't see them being romantic material. It's not even slightly possible, like with Sonic and Metal. Next up, Sonic and Blaze. Oh boy, Sonic's fans might hate me for this. And no, I'm not putting them super duper low on the list, but personally, this ship, I'm putting it pretty high. I think they are pretty good. Sonic and Blaze have pretty good personalities. Sonic is impatient while Blaze is patient and calm. They contrast each other, and they're both super fast. But they're not my favorite. Oh boy, this one after Rouge is really weird. Alright, Rouge. Sonic and Rouge. Now, as any Sonic fan would know, Rouge does have a bit of a nickname from Big Blue. But personally, I do think they just should be friends. And it's not even a problem for age gaps. They're only apart by 3 years, which isn't that big of an age gap. But Rouge, she belongs with Knuckles. She really just does. Moving on. Sonic and Classic Sonic? Boom Sonic and Classic? No. Yes, they're from different universes. That is definitely true. But they're both still Sonic. Putting Sonic with Sonic in a romantic way, it's just like, no. Just no? No. This next one is also a big no. If I had to put Chaos with anyone, I'd probably put him with Tikal, because at least that one makes somewhat sense. But putting him Sonic, that doesn't make any sense in the slightest. I don't get it. And might as well just get this one out of the way now, because this one's horrible. Sonic and Elise. That one's just no? No way in the world? No? For one thing, Elise is a human? A human. And for two, I don't even want to talk about this, but I will. The ending to Sonic 06 was horrible. I mean, Sonic 06 in general was horrible. But the ending was just so gross and so uncomfortable to so many people. It's like, Elise, just go away. You don't even deserve to be a Sonic character. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Sonic and Mighty? Honestly, when I look at Sonic and Mighty, and I see them anywhere together in any sort of way, I think, yes, they should just be friends. I don't see these two in a romantic light. I just don't. To me, it just doesn't work. I mean, if they wanted to be romantic together, that's totally fine. But to me, I just don't see it. And I'm assuming this one here was put in for the comedy reasons. But just for fun, I'm gonna rank it. And personally, where'd it go? Yeah, we'll come back to it when we find it. Or actually, no, it's right here. I'm putting it there because a chili dog is a food. It's almost like, you guys know, I'm a big Sonic fan. One of the Sonic YouTubers, Tales and Sonic Pals, tells that specific Tales in that specific universe, it's kind of obsessed with the tornado, and makes him a little weird. So, yeah. Sonic and the OC character, specifically Gadget. Now, Sonic and Gadget, I just don't see it. It's not as horrible as some of these down in the just no category, but to me, I just don't see it working out. Moving on, Sonic and Infinite. No, boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is not really my type of ship. I just don't see it. And by the way things are going, this just no category is going to be bigger than everyone else. Sonic and Infinite, they don't work. Infinite is a big, wimpy crybaby of a villain. He only turns into a villain because Shadow's like, hey, you're weak, just go away. And Infinite's like, I'm not weak. And in reality, he really is. All his boss fights are really easy. And he's just... No. Not both just in a romantic way and as a villain. Infinite don't work. And I gotta put you back up here because that's where you belong. Moving on. No boy. These two ships, well, these three, are pretty controversial. Oh, these four, where'd Sonic Knuckles come from? I don't know. Sonado. This one has both a lot of fans and a lot of hate. And to me personally, you guys might think I'm a little crazy for this, but honestly, I really like them. They're pretty good. Now, hear me out. If Sonic was a girl and Shadow was a boy, or they were in a universe where Sonic and Amy were like, where Amy understood Sonic didn't like her, and Shadow admitted how he really felt, and didn't have anyone after him in that way either, then perhaps so. One of those two scenarios could work. Sonic being a girl, or them being in an alternate universe. I don't think it works in the main universe, but in another universe it possibly could. Either if Sonic is a girl, or if it's an alternate universe. I like this ship a lot. It's definitely not an OTP. We haven't found any of those yet. But it is pretty good. And I know a lot of people might hate me for that. As somebody who lives in a place responsibly, I don't really care how people feel about this certain topic. Yeah. Why did I go silent for a few seconds? I don't know. Now, Sun Over and Sun Knuckles and Sun Jet. Don't really know what that Sonic ship would be called. Any of these ships don't have a strong connection with Sun Over as I do Sunado. I think they should just be friends. I don't feel much connection between them. Honestly, Silver belongs with Blaze if you ask me. As for Sun Knuckles and Sun Jet, no. They're not as bad as ones and just no. But personally, all these ones I don't think work. It's not because of them being both male. As I said, I have no problem with anyone being gay, lesbian, bi, or trans. That is perfectly fine. But these ships, I don't really like them. Now we have Shadow and Amy. Shad-Amy. No boy, Shad-Amy. This one I find a little weird. To me, Shad-Amy now, hear me out. If they were in an alternate universe, I could see it working. But Amy would have to be aged up. And this is also why I don't like Son Amy. Amy is 12. If she were 13 or 14 for Sonic, or 16, 17 for Shadow, then perhaps they could work. But Amy is 12. She shouldn't be thinking about dating, let alone marriage. Do you know how past Amy is? She really wants someone to marry her. Like, really. Now, Knuckles and Amy, as well as Jet and Amy, and Shadow and Gadget. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. Oh, and Silver and Amy? And, where did that one come from? Infinite and Amy? Really? They have very little to no interaction at all. Why would anyone ship them if they have basically no interaction? Just no. Infinite and Amy are probably the worst out of these ships right here. Followed closely behind by Jet and Amy. If you know from all of the games that Jet is in, Jet is kind of a jerk. Very mean to Sonic and the gang. And yes, I'm letting my opinions fully show here that I don't like Jet. Now it means his voice is annoying, but him as a character is also very mean towards Sonic and the gang. Not cool. That's why I don't like Jet. As for Infinite, you heard me say it earlier. He's not a good villain, and none of his ships work. No boy. No boy indeed. These ones here. Silver and Amy, Knuckles and Amy. No boy. There, I had to zoom it out to make it work a little better. Knuckles and Amy should just be friends. Simple as that. That simple. Don't know where Silver and Amy went. Only, look up here. Don't really care for that ship. Again, Silver belongs to Blaze, Infinite, and Gadget, or whoever your OC is. Not as horrible as the just known category, but yeah, well, I don't really support it. Shadow and Metal Sonic, as well as Sonic and Mario? Really? Whoever made this tier list? Shadow and Metal, again, goes here. They don't really work. And then Sonic and Mario. You guys should know, I don't like Mario. If you do, that is fine. But I don't like him. And again, he is a human. A human. I don't really ship Sonic characters of any humans, really. Because it's awkward and weird and just... no? Shadow and Tails. Shadow and Tails. Again, my main issue with this is age gaps. Age gaps are the main issue. I don't really like this ship due to age gaps. 10 years. And yes, you might notice throughout this whole video, I'm calling Shadow 18. Because to me, he technically is 18. He didn't age throughout the 50 years he was trapped. So yes, Shadow is still technically 18. So yeah, I don't really like that ship. If some things change, like their age gap, then maybe. But with the way things are now, no. Shadow and Sally. They don't really ever meet. It's not an official canon. They never meet. But if they did, I think they'd just be friends, personally. I don't see them in any romantic way. I mean, perhaps, but I don't really see it. Shadow and Methylis. Shadow and Methylis? I don't like that ship. I'm just putting here so I can put it back down here. Oh, yeah, they're horrible. I mean, Methylis as a character is horrible in the fact that he's trying to get characters to go against each other. And I just don't see that ship working. As for Shadow and Blaze, Shadows, this ship I don't really care for it. It's not as bad as the ones down here, but I'm just like, if you like them, you like them. I don't. I mean, there's characters that definitely do like them. They're amazing characters. Well, Shadow would be if Sega would stop writing him as an edgelord, because he's not an edgelord. I watched a whole video proving it with actual facts. Shadow's not an edgelord. It's just how some of the games and the Sonic Boom cartoon have written him. And it's really ruining his reputation in my eyes. Shadow is a good guy. Sure, he's a little quiet and introverted, but he's a nice guy once you get to know him. Moving on. Shadow and Rouge. Shadow and Rouge. I think they also would just be friends. I don't see them in a romantic way. They're the same age, yes, but Rouge is always focused on gems, and she's pretty... I don't want to get into that side of her. Besides, she belongs with Knuckles, and Shadow doesn't really have a true partner in the main series. Shadow and Espiel, I don't see it working. They're both pretty quiet. That's definitely really true. But I don't really see Espiel with anyone, and Shadow hasn't found a true partner. Shadow and Maria. And this one just makes me sad. If Maria was not a human and not dead, then perhaps so. Just for the sake of them being previous friends and really caring for each other, I'm putting them higher than they would other ships of humans. Because again, not really ships, not characters of humans, but Maria was his Shadow's old friend. And thinking about her just really makes me sad. Her and Shadow were pretty close. And I understand how it feels to lose someone you care about. Shadow and Wave? Wait. No. Just no. Wait, no, you're Shade. Haha, Shadow and Shade. Or wait, are you Wave? I literally can't tell anymore because Wave was so insignificant and Shade isn't even a fully canon character. Yeah, I called Wave insignificant because she really is insignificant. Shadow and Omega, and Infinite and Shadow, Silver and Shadow, Knuckles and Shadow, Tikal and Shadow. Jeez Louise. How do I still have so many ships to go through? I'm gonna have to end up making this a two-parter at this rate. Shadow and Omega. Honestly, should just be friends. Shadow and Silver are a big no-no, in my opinion. You also know. And no. And no. Just getting those out of the way because I'm like, no, nope, not gonna work. Now, oh boy, Shadow and Vanilla. Now, the thing is, I could see this working out. The Shadow from Tales and Sonic Pals does at times repeatedly call Cream his daughter, and he's very protective over her. So, personally, if something was changed, and maybe him and Vanilla were close in age, then yeah, I really do think this could work. It's not an OTP. I haven't found any of those. But personally, I think Shadow and Vanilla would really work, especially in the Tales from Sonic Pals universe. Because Cream doesn't have a true father. Shadow's basically the closest thing to a father she has. And Cream, as a little girl, she needs her father in her life. And she doesn't have that. So, Shadow's the closest thing she's got. So, yeah. I like Shadow X Vanilla. Now, Tails and Cream. Silver and Tails? Where'd that one come from? Either way, I don't like it. These two, I'm just getting them out the way. They should just be friends. As for Tails and Cream, Tails, and Cream. Oh boy. In this ship, I do like them. But in certain tales in certain universes, like the Tales and Funk Pals tales, he's kind of letting YouTube corrupt him. So I don't think him and that Cream work. But in other universes, it does work. And geez, I gotta start picking up the pace. Cosmo and Tails. This one also makes me really, really sad. Because of what happened in the Slunk X anime. But this is the first OTP I can find as well. In the Slunk X universe, at least. Tails and Cosmo were really close. And seeing her die made me really sad. Because I'm very emotional. And yes, I know these are fictional characters. But I have a connection with these characters. Well, not every single last one, but the characters and the franchise in general, I really do care about. And, how are there still so many ships to go through? This is insane. Oh, great. Knuckles and Tails. Wait, if you're Knuckles and Tails, then who are you? Knuckles and I don't know. But you're staying there because I don't know who you are. Knuckles and Tails, honestly. Knuckles and Tails. Where'd they go? Yeah. Again, they should just be friends. Seriously, I'm losing them again. There are so many ships, it is ridiculous. Well, we'll come back to them when we find them, because I'm not going to go looking for them at the moment. No. Waving Tails, certainly not. Wait. Who not just... Oh. Ray? You're definitely not Cream. You're not Zoe. You're Ray? Seriously? I mean, they both fly, which is cool, I guess. But I really, really don't care for this ship much at all. So I'm putting them there because I'm like, nah. And plus, I don't really know Rayon that much. He really doesn't show up. And is he really a canon character? That is kind of debatable at this point. I mean, you would say he is due to him showing up in Sonic Mania, but anyway. Wave and Tails is a big no-no. I don't like them together. And again, what's the fun there? They're a big no-no together. Wave is super mean, like a jet. Ooh, Tails and Marine? And I think they're definitely interesting together. And wait. Where'd they go? There they are. Tails and Marine. I think they're fine. They're not really one of my high-ranking ships, but they're not horrible. And yes, guys, this is the first tier list. We're gonna have to make multiple parts of it, because it's starting to get pretty long. If you guys want to see part 2, even though I'm gonna make it anyway, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.